It's amazing how things just never go as planned around the farm. Oh well, welcome back to the Farm with Zoe channel, guys. Where we left off last week, we could not get corn to flow out of this bin because we had this bird's nest crap. It plugged up our sumps, so we had to, whoops, sorry, knocked over a glass. Okay, we're all good. The glass was empty. But we had to just keep pulling out the bird's nest crap as we dumped it from this emergency little door that we have. I worked on this for probably 3.5, 4 hours on one hot Friday afternoon. It worked pretty good. Now, had we had a lot to unload, we would have come up with a different game plan because this just dribbled out, but we didn't need a ton. We didn't need to get a ton out. Otherwise, I had a lot of really good ideas floated to me of, cutting bigger holes, different contraptions people have used. I'm definitely not the only person to run into issues with getting a bin unloaded. A lot of people really recommended sump savers. This is my first time really having a large issue. But yeah, I would be inclined to look into something like that. This is what the top of the bin looked like. Pretty decent visual. There's a little bit of crap I'm zooming into, but overall, bin looks pretty good. Another thing that keeps me busy during the summer is some mowing. Here I'm just checking out some CRP. We will not mow that for a couple more weeks, but I'm really happy with this stand. This was planted last year and we got lots of pretty black-eyed Susans. Well, I just got to Poet and I have 2 trucks ahead of me. Apparently, there's no line when corn's under $4 or people just don't have contracts. I don't know. I don't. This is the end, so I didn't contract it out because I didn't know how much I had left, but I don't know. They do you can have free DP for 10 days if you price it out within 10 days. I might do that. Okay, second load of the day. There's no line, but I'm hauling to a different plant. Basically, I want to see what my VOM levels are because potentially I could get a little bit of a premium if this is low VOM, but it's good to know there's no lines at either place. I think mostly because it's hot, it's July, and the markets are way down. But I would think some people would have July contracts, and typically people haul those in early in the month, but I don't know. Itself looks fine. So the sump that we've been cleaning out is right in here. So corn is flowing pretty decently, but it's also kind of, you can't really see in here. It's kind of uneven and it edges up and it puts some pressure on the back side. So we need to, next couple days, keep running it out, try to maybe do something about the middle sump. I don't know. We're gonna be really safe about it because what we're not gonna do is get stuck in this green bin trying to get out $3 corn, We got bitey ants.
Yeah, you got ants on your shoe.
I got ants in my pants. I've lost track of how many loads it's been. Stop for an apple and a Snickers bar. A little mini one. One more load, I think, today. $7 a.m. JD and Colin will get here at 8:30, but I want to get a load hauled while it's still cool out. I don't have air conditioning in this truck, so while the truck warms up, I'm gonna have my eggs real quick and decaf coffee with protein stuff in it. Yay. Kent Family Farms. And I went and cut up some fallen trees. We worked until my chainsaw batteries died, and then I went inside, scrubbed myself because I've already gotten poison ivy twice this summer, and now I'm going to Ag Credit to drop off a check because they're the people that make farming possible for me. Taking another load of corn, but we are driving the Volvo because this thing has air conditioning. Nothing is more humbling than being broken down in your truck and then people watch you not be able to get the hood off of your truck. In my defense, 2 O'Reilly's employees came out and also tried to get the hood off of my truck, and they couldn't either. For some reason, it just doesn't want to let go on the right side, so JD's coming to rescue me. Now the temperature gauge itself was reading high, but not excessively high. The coolant levels were low, but not super low. So we added a little bit more coolant, and we saw a little spots where we think that the coolant possibly could be leaking. But I always get my truck serviced and looked over before harvest. So I'm just gonna run the Freightliner until the rest of our crop is out and then get them both serviced and get that looked at. Then we got a little pop-up shower, not too much though. It is time for the most important event of the season. Are you ready, Dad?
I'm ready.
Is the corn going to be knee-high?
I hope.
You haven't been around to look at it until now?
No, I hadn't really noticed.
He's retired. Okay, so we're here at our first planted cornfield. Dad, would you say this is knee-high?
Well, we are kind of short.
I think this passes the knee-high by the 4th of July test. Let's go to our last planted field. And this is our last planted field. So, is it knee-high?
Yep, it's knee-high.
Any comments?
The west side was planted at 3 in the morning, and the rest was planted by noon the next day.
That wasn't a fun day. I'm glad it's in.
All over. Nice even field of corn.
Happy 4th of July. It's technically July 3rd because Dad's going to a baseball game tomorrow. Are they going to win?
I hope they're doing pretty well.
Nothing like a good Sunday afternoon getting some mowing done. It is another week. I'm going to start off with hauling corn. We're going to use the Freightliner because the Volvo let me down a little bit last week. I'm tired. It is Monday evening. I didn't record hardly anything today because, I don't know, I was just in a bad mood and it was hot. I hauled 4 loads of corn with the Freightliner. No air conditioning in there. It was kind of brutal. While I was doing that, I really can't complain because JD was cleaning out the grain bin. I'm going to see now how much of it I know he at least got the sweep started. So I'm going to see what that looked like. Colin picked up Def, he did some mowing, and then we took out all of our frustrations from the corn market absolutely plummeting today on some ragweeds that were just across the street from here that I've just been sick of looking at. My mood is based on the corn markets being horrible, it being super hot out, and it being summer and just doesn't feel like anything's slowing down. Okay, so he really only kind of just got it started. Got about that much, so got lots to do in here. The 1.5 view makes it look like this bin is bigger than it is, but it gives you a better picture of what we got going on. Corn looks pretty decent. What is my hair doing? Today we are out here chainsawing some. So this is what it looks like now. It's hot. This is where we're at. We're in the middle of a thorn tree. Got some big ones over there. We have a few more up there. I don't think we're gonna finish today, but we got, I'd say, a third done. Does it look like it's like a little humid out to you guys? Good morning. It is Thursday. I've been really bad about filming this week. Yesterday I did book work, and then in the afternoon I went and I had my makeup trial for the wedding. My mom went down with me and it was good. I don't wear a ton of makeup anymore. I used to, like in high school and stuff, but feels weird having like a full face of makeup. But did the trial, it went good. Yeah, then just did book work. This morning I have a meeting. We are at 1 inch and 1.5 tenths of rain. I have a meeting. JD's coming over. We're gonna finish up the points. Those finally arrived from Shoops, and then Colin's coming. We're going to finish cleaning up that tree line. But I'm already icked out because I had 3 ticks on me. The last time we were down there, and those were just the ones I found. Give me the heebie-jeebies. But I ordered some permethadone, whatever, the stuff that you spray in your clothes that kills ticks. So ordered some of that, but it's not here yet. But maybe it will get here before we do that this afternoon. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I should have just looked locally, see if I could pick some up at Walmart. Now I'm just rambling. That's the day. That's what we're doing. A lot of progress has been made. Yeah, this one, and like 2 more down there. It is time for another round of how much did it cost? So we have about 90% of these spikes changed. They specifically call these spike harrow tooths. And I've only stabbed myself 1 time. And before you get your guesses in, I did go with Shoops for these. I just felt like this is an instance where I am fine with going with a third party. Okay, so this is what one of the old ones looked like. Comparing them, it's worn a little bit. I'm curious how often people typically change these, because I don't have any recollection of changing them, but I also couldn't tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. But I'm curious on that. So when I bought the 5 from the manufacturer, they were $11.55 each. I got these for $4.50 a piece, and I had to get 288 of them for a total of $1,296. Have a couple more rows we need to replace. It's really simple. You just loosen these, pull the old one out, stick the new one in, tighten them back up. The one interesting thing to note is that they all came with black paint on them, except for one bundle of them. It was not painted, but that's fine. The shovel's literally, after you're in one field, all the paint's off anyway. So it's all good. It's Friday, July 12th. Yesterday, JD finished up working on the field cultivator. There was one hydraulic hose he ended up fixing, and we got the rest of those spikes in the harrow. He put that away, and he got the planter out. This is the bean planter. He's gonna go over that, and I'm going to haul corn today. It's sprinkling just a tad this morning, but it's kind of cool out, so that is good. Now I need to call one of the places I've been hauling and see what their basis they will offer me. Because the other place I could take corn lowered their basis. So I wanna see if they're willing to match it, because that'd be pretty cool, because I'd rather all to the one location if possible. Today, Colin and I finished up cleaning the trees that I wanted to get cleaned up. I did not do much recording of that. Number one, because we were just busy working. We were just doing it. It was hot and it was not enjoyable in the least. Number two, like when I pick up rocks, I have people critiquing my form and telling me that I'm gonna hurt myself and stuff. And I just feel like if I am operating a chainsaw, those comments are gonna be tenfold. I am being careful, I am being safe. I didn't lose any fingers or toes. I was wearing appropriate gear for what I was doing. But I don't know, I'm not opening myself up to criticism at the moment. Pulling corn all day, probably, assuming nothing goes wrong with my truck, so I'm gonna take you along for the ride. Okay, I just got here, and there are 11 trucks ahead of me. And it takes like 10 minutes to get the bomb test, so it's going to be a long time. I wish I had been hauling the last couple of days, but I had kind of been avoiding it because there had been like 2 or 3 trucks ahead of me. 11 is much worse than 2 or 3, so dang it. Just broke the nozzle to our diesel pump because I left it in the tank and drove away. Okay, I'm here with my second load. I have watermelon, I have shredded chicken, got some suckers, and I packed some literature. I got held up on that last load from people that were selling stuff, but I took their little pamphlets to look at, see how their product is 20 bushel better than the competitor, and then somehow they magically all have literature saying their stuff's better than the competitor. I don't know. Fourth and final load today. It is unbelievably hot out. Oh my goodness. I feel like I am in a sauna. I am unwell. Come back next week. We might finish hauling corn. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a busy week, but we really don't have that much more corn to haul. And with the markets really tanking, I'm glad it's gone, at least. Just hope we can get some sort of rally before fall. Like always, I wish I had priced more corn and beans a long time ago, but that's pretty typical of me. And I don't know when I'm going to learn. I don't know. Have a good week. Bye.